QR codes have become an integral part of our everyday lives. They offer convenience and quick access to information, from scanning menus at restaurants to checking in at hotels. They offer a convenient way to access information and streamline user experience. But what if I told you that amidst this convenience lies a hidden threat? Join us as we delve into the world of QR code scams and explore how hackers are weaponizing this technology for illicit gain. If you want to know about the craziest QR code hacks, and even how you can prevent them, make sure to stick around until the end of the video. It might make you think twice the next time you go to scan one. I'm sure you're aware of what a QR code is, but first let's explain how they work. QR codes, short for quick response codes, are two-dimensional barcodes that store information in a matrix pattern of black and white squares. They were invented by the Japanese automotive industry in the 1990s and have since gained widespread popularity due to their ability to store large amounts of data in a compact format. QR codes contain complex features that help code scanners recognize and decode it properly. Typically, the larger squares located on the corners help with positioning and allow scanners to find the borders of the QR code. There are smaller squares within the code to assist with orientation, so scanners can read them at different angles or sides. There are also timing patterns, which are alternating dots which usually connect the larger positioning squares. The timing patterns make it easy to identify the individual data cells within a QR code and are especially useful when the code is damaged or distorted. There are a number of other features and complications that I won't go into here. However, by nature, QR codes and other data matrix codes are meant to be read by machines, not humans. From a glance, there's only a certain amount us humans can really tell. Ultimately, they can store any data that uses numbers, letters, punctuation, and symbols to communicate. Business cards, QR codes on tables in restaurants, authentication, checking into hotels, logging into websites, contactless payments, digital wine lists, you name it. Unfortunately, this means they are not safe from hackers. Hackers can create malicious QR codes which send users to fake websites that capture their personal data such as login credentials or even track their geolocation on their phone. In 2023, an anonymous woman from Singapore saw a sticker on the glass door of a bubble tea store, which displayed a QR code and a message to fill out a quick survey for a free cup of milk tea. To the average person, or even a competent user of tech, this would not have raised many red flags, since this is fairly common in loyalty and rewards programs. Utilizing a QR code for its ease and efficiency, it's difficult to say this is far from uncommon. As the anonymous woman was eager for free bubble tea, she scanned the QR code on the sticker and downloaded a third-party app onto her Android phone to complete the survey, as instructed. However, when she went to bed at night, her phone screen lit up. There was a notification. The third-party application she downloaded had just siphoned out $20,000 from her bank account. The malicious application that this woman downloaded specifically asked her to grant access to her phone's microphone and camera. She unknowingly accepted. In addition to this, she also allowed the application to have access to the Android Accessibility Service, which is functionality specifically designed to assist users with special needs. This allowed the malicious application to control the phone screen. It is likely that the threat actor who planted the QR code was passively monitoring her mobile banking app usage and noted down all login credentials entered after she installed the software. With full permission and control over her phone, they waited patiently. They knew when she went to bed that night. At just the right moment, they began their heist and stole her money quietly and swiftly. At the same time, yet across the other side of the world in San Francisco, citizens who had parked their car across the city started receiving traffic infringement notices on the windscreen. The infringement, labeled by the city government, was a fine for $60, and it incremented to $80 in 30 days or $100 in 45 days. To pay online, they simply needed to scan the QR code, which took them to the San Francisco city government website. A sense of urgency is usually conveyed to the victim so that they may act irrationally or act without thinking. It's a very common tactic within scams. The website, which looked identical to the real website, was fraudulent. It is unknown how many people paid the fake infringement notice. However, citizens of San Francisco were quick to act. A Reddit post in early May read the following: "I know everyone hates getting citations in San Francisco. Scammers are getting more bold, issuing fake parking citations. For your information, parking in SF is regulated by SFMTA. It will never have a city logo on a citation. Please watch out. If you received one like this, toss it out because the QR code links to your bank account." Interestingly, the ticket seen on or before May 4th was dated in the future, May 5th, which would raise red flags. The QR code linked victims to a website which was created to look identical to the San Francisco Municipal Transportation Agency website. At a quick glance, no one would not be able to tell the difference. Just a quick reminder that only 4.4% of you are subscribed. If you're enjoying the video so far, show some love by liking and subscribing. It helps our channel to grow so we can keep creating videos for you to enjoy. Let us know in the comments what content you'd love to see next. Placing QR codes in physical locations to trick victims is not the only way hackers are stealing money. Hackers are bypassing phishing prevention systems and other email security tools in a genius way. Large waves of malicious emails, also known as phishing campaigns, were detected being sent to German banking customers. However, the emails were different. The emails did not contain any suspicious links, which is what email security systems scan for when performing analysis. What they did contain, though, was an image of a QR code, which, when scanned, sent users to a fraudulent online banking login page. Not only were they able to bypass security systems, but they had an additional benefit. As QR codes are usually scanned from mobile devices, they have increased effectiveness, as personal mobile devices are less likely to be protected by internet security tools. In a corporate environment, this can give attackers a backdoor into exfiltrating employee information or other sensitive data. In this specific scenario, victims were prompted to enter their bank location, code, username, and PIN. Anyone who unfortunately was misled by this attack may have suffered serious financial loss. If you want to stay safe from some pretty serious repercussions, there are a few ways to minimize or prevent being hacked or scammed. There are many reputable QR code scanning apps available from official sources like Apple's App Store or Google's Play Store that regularly update their software to address security vulnerabilities. These apps may also include features like URL scanning, threat detection, and warnings for potentially harmful QR codes. Be cautious when granting permissions to any apps downloaded from a QR code. Do not allow any app permissions unless you've done your own research, specifically related to the camera, microphone, or accessibility access. Apps that require excessive or unrelated permissions are most likely not your friend. From the stories earlier in the video, harm would have been prevented if these instructions were followed. Being self-aware and educated on common scams and best practices is also a must. Be cautious when scanning codes from unknown or untrusted sources, and learn to recognize signs of suspicious QR codes, such as poor print quality or unusual placement. Lastly, if you encounter a QR code in a public place, visually inspect it for any signs of tampering, or if another QR code was placed over the top of it. It might be a good idea to let someone know if you find one. As always, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, as we'll be covering the most notable, vicious cybersecurity attacks and the most notorious hackers.